Good morning, students, and welcome to another online biology classroom of St. Michael's Academy. Today, I'm continuing that chapter only, that is body fluid and circulation. So, let's start. What is human circulatory system? The circulatory system consists of the heart, blood, blood vessels, lymph, and lymphatic vessels. While the heart is the only organ of the circulatory system, it is really only a vessel surrounded by muscles. The circulatory system does not have standard organs. So the four major functions of the cardiovascular system are: first one, to transport nutrients, gases and waste products around the body. Second one, to protect the body from infection and blood loss. Third one, to help the body maintain a constant body temperature, that is thermoregulation. And the fourth one is to help maintain fluid balance within the body. Now, see in the diagram, you can see here the total human circulatory system has been shown, which consists of not only heart, which consists of lungs and blood vessels also. Due to these blood vessels only, this system is actually called cardiovascular system. You can see the red color depicts artery, which carries oxygenated blood, and the blue color depicts veins, which usually carries deoxygenated blood. But there is an exception. In case of pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein, pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood and pulmonary vein carries oxygenated blood. The next topic is circulation of blood through heart. How does blood flow through the heart? Blood enters the heart through two large veins, the inferior and superior vena cava, emptying oxygen poor blood from the body into the right atrium. As the atrium contracts, blood flows from your right atrium into your right ventricle through the open tricuspid valve. See the diagram. Total circulation of blood in the heart has been shown. First comes to right atrium. Follow the arrow as well as these captions. First right atrium, next through tricuspid valve, it enters into right ventricle. Then through pulmonic valve, it enters through pulmonary arteries. Then in pulmonic veins, then comes to left atrium through mitral valve or bicuspid valve, it enters into left ventricle. Next, aortic valve, through aortic valve it enters through aorta. Now, what is the structure of a heart? The heart is divided into four chambers consisting of two atria and two ventricles. The atria receive blood while the ventricles pump blood. The right atrium receives blood from the superior and inferior vena cavas and the coronary sinus. Blood then moves to the right ventricle where it is pumped to the lungs. What is the size of the heart? According to Gray's Anatomy, the heart length, width and thickness are 12 cm, 8.5 cm and 6 cm respectively. In addition, The mean weight of the heart is 280 to 340 gram in males and 230 to 280 gram in females. What is the structure of arteries? The wall of an artery consists of three layers. The innermost layer, the tunica intima, also called tunica interna, is simple squamous epithelium surrounded by a connective tissue basement membrane with elastic fibers. The middle layer, the tunica media, is primarily smooth muscle and is usually the thickest layer. Now I am talking about superior vena cava. The two largest veins in the body are the superior vena cava, which carries blood from the upper body directly to the right atrium of the heart, and the inferior vena cava, which carries blood from the lower body directly to the right atrium. You can see in the diagram superior vena cava, pulmonary vein, right atrium, pulmonary valve, tricuspid valve, inferior vena cava, right ventricle, and aorta, pulmonary artery, left atrium, mitral valve, aortic valve, and left ventricle has been shown. The heart wall is comprised of three layers: the epicardium or outer layer, myocardium or middle layer, and endocardium or inner layer. These tissue layers are highly specialized and perform different functions. You can see in the diagram, three layers of heart wall has been clearly visible. Now the next one. You know, some valves are there within our heart. So I have made a chart here. See, the first one is atrioventricular valves. Number of flaps or cusps in this valve, 3 or 2. And it prevents backflow of from the ventricles into the atria. Prevent backflow of blood from the ventricles into the atria. Next, tricuspid valve, number of cusps, 3. Next, bicuspid or mitral valve, number of cusps, 2. And the last one is semilunar valves. Number of cusps are 3 half-moon shaped flaps. It prevents backflow of blood into the ventricle. Now see the diagram. Here the 4 valves of our heart has been clearly shown: tricuspid, mitral, pulmonary and aortic valve. That means semilunar valves. Now an interesting question. Why SA node or sino-auricular node is called pacemaker of our heart? The sinus node continuously generates electrical impulses, thereby setting the normal rhythm and rate in a healthy heart. Hence, the SA node is referred to as the natural pacemaker of our heart. Now, cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle, also called heart muscle or myocardium, is one of 3 types of vertebrate muscles, with the other 2 being skeletal and smooth muscles. Already you have read this. It is an involuntary striated muscle that constitutes the main tissue of the walls of the heart. Now, cardiac muscle consists essentially of certain specialized structures which are responsible for initiation and transmission of cardiac impulses at a higher rate than the rest of the muscle. Those specialized cardiac tissues operate such mechanism are collectively known as the junctional tissues of heart. You can see in the diagram cardiac muscle has been clearly shown. Now, all of you know that our circulatory system consists of blood vessels. Blood vessels mainly of two types, arteries and veins. Here I am saying you what are the differences actually, because definition I think you will get this from your textbook. Arteries are blood vessels responsible for carrying oxygen-rich blood away from the heart to the body. On the other hand, veins are blood vessels that carry blood low in oxygen from the body back to the heart for reoxygenation. You can see in the first diagram it has been clearly shown. Artery carries blood from heart through capillaries and vein to heart. This vein is blue color, artery is red color, and in between these two capillaries are there. Now, what is heart rate? A normal resting heart rate for adults ranges from 60 to 100 beats per minute. Generally, a lower heart rate at rest implies more efficient heart function and better cardiovascular fitness. For example, a well-trained athlete might have a normal resting heart rate closer to 40 beats per minute. In healthy adults, there are two normal heart sounds, often described as a lub and a dub, that occur in sequence with each heartbeat. These are the first heart sound, that is S1, and second heart sound, that is S2, produced by the closing of the atrioventricular valves and semilunar valves respectively. See the diagram here, normal heartbeat, that means how heart used to beat, has been clearly shown. It's a very interesting diagram. Now cardiac cycle. First see the diagram, how the systole and diastole of atrium and ventricle happens. It has been clearly shown in the diagram, and it follows a graph also, so you can easily understand the cardiac cycle. First of all, now I am going to tell you the phases of cardiac cycle. First one is atrial contraction, that is the first phase. Second one is isovolumetric contraction, that is the second phase. Third phase is rapid ventricular ejection, that is the third phase. Fourth, slow ventricular ejection, that is fourth phase. Next, isovolumetric relaxation, that is fifth phase. And the last one, sixth phase, is rapid passive ventricular filling. Now we are talking about cardiac output. Cardiac output is a very common word. What is CO, or cardiac output? It is the amount of blood pumped by the heart minute and is the mechanism whereby blood flows around the body, specially providing blood flow to the brain and other vital organs. Now see the second diagram, stroke volume, cardiac output and heart sounds. So cardiac output is the volume of blood pumped from each ventricle per minute. It is calculated like this. Cardiac output is equal to stroke volume, that is SV, into HR, that is heart rate. What is a cardiac output? Cardiac output actually means mathematical expression milliliter per minute. That is stroke volume is milliliter per beat and heart rate is beats per minute. Now also a very interesting thing, that is what is electrocardiogram. An electrocardiogram is a simple painless test that measures your heart's electrical activity. It's also known as an ECG or EKG. That means electrocardiogram or electrocardiograph also you can say. Every heartbeat is triggered by an electrical signal that starts at the top of your heart and travels to the bottom. Heart problems often affect the electrical activity of your heart. Now the next topic is double circulation. A circulatory system in which the blood travels twice through the heart in one complete cycle of the body is called double circulation. It helps in the separation of oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood, due to which our body can adjust according to surrounding temperature. Now see the first diagram, how generally electrocardiogram has been taken. It has been clearly shown over there with again the constriction and relaxation of heart. And in the second or last diagram, the double circulation has been shown clearly. See, first one, from body to heart, about vein. Second one, from heart to body, about artery. Again the third one about vein, that is from heart to lung, that is pulmonary vein, pulmonary artery. But here something is different because blue one is pulmonary artery, because already I have told you, because in case of pulmonary vein and artery exception occurs. And the second one is pulmonary vein from lung to heart. And the third one, again, fifth one, sorry, again, this is vein. Sorry, this is artery from heart to body. And the last one is again vein, that is from body to heart. For any doubts or queries, please email me at shudeshna1.isma@outlook.com. We also welcome your responses by way of your views and feedback on the PPTs or videos at feedback.stmichaelsacademy@gmail.com. Thank you, students. Hope you have understood totally what I have told in these slides. So, in my next Zoom class or coming Zoom class, maybe after Puja vacation, I'm going to ask you question on this. So please study all the chapters that you have already completed before Puja vacation. Thank you and have a nice day.